How's it going, YouTube? My name's Elvin7, your resident Mistweaver monk, and a lot of you guys come to me with questions like, hey, I'm having trouble on the third boss to Halls of Infusion. Should I swap to Peer into Peace, Tear of Mourning, just like any talent under the sun? Should I swap? And before I answer these questions, I like to test them thoroughly, just trying to give a few runs with Halls with that talent to see if any of them make it easier, alleviate some of that pain that that boss can cause. And we found some answers on stream, but I wanted to share with you guys one dungeon that we did where we tested Yu'lon's Whisper. Now, Yu'lon's Whisper is just, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'll just let you guys know that it's either a meme or a dream. So I'll let you guys decide, and then I'll come back for a quick discussion after the key. But enjoy the key. It was a tough one. All right, once again, for like the 12th time, we're opting out of Zen Pulse. We're going to just try it out, see how much I miss it. I know we'll do less damage. But we're opting in favor of Healing Elixir for sure, so that sounds dope. And then we're going to try out the meme talent of the meme that is Yu'lon's Whisper. Let's crank this. Alright, let's swap out some talents. Once again. Let's try out Yu'lon's Whisper. I've been wanting to just test it for so long in this dungeon. I know it's a meme, but I just specifically want to see how much healing it does on that one boss. Oh, Lord. Here's that Yu'lon's Whisper, baby. 15,000 ticks. Love to see it. Don't know where the frontal's aimed. Yeah, I have Chi-Ji rolling. That way, we're just doing so much more healing than if we didn't have it.
Afflicted.
Need the Tiger Palm.
Afflicted.
Okay, we have a really good Afflicted group, so I should not have to worry about it. Especially on that boss. I'm hoping that they can cover it for me. Like, just me not even have to press anything for it. But right now, I'm running a trinket that, I'm running Eye of the Tiger, the talent Eye of the Tiger, because my trinket only procs off of a couple of our sources, and Eye of the Tiger is like our best source for it. So I'm trying to keep Eye of the Tiger up as much as possible, but only because I'm running this trinket. A lot of people don't have... like, I know a lot of you don't have the Tome trinket, and if you don't run Eye of the Tiger, and you can just spinning crank kick and AoE. But when I'm in AoE, you'll see me Tiger Palm, and it's literally just to keep Eye of the Tiger. You see this orange bar here? It's just to keep Eye of the Tiger running. Because you'll see, every now and then, you'll see these, like, arcane images of myself. Hopefully we can have it proc really quick. Not procking, but every now and then you'll see arcane images of myself spawn and just start casting this, like, arcane nuke. And it's because I have this Eye of the Tiger ticking on someone. Very weird. The few sources that proc it are very weird, and, like, spinning crane kick doesn't proc it. Jadefire Stomp does, but, you know, you can only Jadefire Stomp once every few seconds. But Eye of the Tiger, you just Tiger Palm once every 8 seconds to keep that buff active at all times. It's just ticking away on one person. Once this trinket procs, I'll point it out. Hey, getting unlucky. Where's my trinket? Speaking of trinkets, I'm going to pop my fire trinket. Reapply Eye of the Tiger. Reapply Eye of the Tiger again. I think the thing that had Eye of the Tiger died. That is another thing, is if the thing dies, you'll have the Eye of the Tiger buff. See, there's the trinket. A little clone of myself spawns and just cast a damage spell that does a lot of damage. Pretty sick. That's why I'm running Eye of the Tiger, and that's why I'm also changing my rotation a bit to be able to use it. I have my CC at the ready, but we have a very good CC comp.
Afflicted. Afflicted.
But even though we got really unlucky in that little hallway of its procs, you'll see just how much damage it does. Like, let me pull up my damage. I don't even know if it procced on this pool, but if it did, it's going to be like my top source from one proc. No, it's my second source on that pool from just one proc of it. It's pretty insane. But you were asking about Chi-Ji. When do I use it? You'll notice that I use it whenever I can for these static surges. So notice that I also make sure that I have good uptime on my Ancient Teachings. So I can make sure that I just Phalanx Stomp. And I make sure that I'm sitting at 4 stacks of my Tiger Palm. You see Static Surge comes in, so I pop Chi-Ji and I just rip all those Blackout Kicks to top everyone up. That only works because I pre-charged. That's how I like to see it, is I pre-charged my Blackout Kick. By pressing Tiger Palm. And here, since Chi-Ji's down, we basically get our next best solution, which is Shaylun's Gift. But Chi-Ji is the #1 healing spell that we have. So I let like 1 or 2 ticks of it happen, and then I pop Shaylun's. And here we're about to have Chi-Ji come up again. I think the boss is going to phase. Yeah, the boss phased before we could Chi-Ji, but I had Chi-Ji ready for that next one. You can basically do every other one, every other static surge with Chi-Ji. We're going to pop our Trinket and Life Cocoon, that ally, just to make this as safe as possible. You see, there's a lot of magic debuffs on people, so Revival would have gotten big value there. But I saw that our Shadow Priest was casting Mass Dispel, so Life Cocoon wasn't getting, or Revival wouldn't have got as much value there.
Afflicted. Afflicted.
Static Surge. You see here, that's a bad scenario of Chi-Ji, and look how much harder it was to heal. Look at how much less health people had. Because the 2 things that I keep saying to do before you Chi-Ji, I didn't do. I didn't have Tiger Palm stacked up, and I also didn't have Phalanx Stomp or Jadefire Stomp reapplied there. So that shows you the difference that can have. Like the difference it can make to just have your 4 stacks of Blackout Kick and your Jadefire Stomp fresh. You want it fresh, so that once again you don't have to worry about reapplying your Ancient Teachings buff during your Chi-Ji. You just want that covered, you know. There we go.
Afflicted.
Hopefully we can kill it before we die to the Static Surge. I'm just gonna rip a Shaylun's to be safe. Nice. I'm looking for that Afflicted though. Yeah, hopefully that makes it. Hopefully that helps you make sense of it. And also, hopefully it shows you the importance of charging up your Chi-Ji. That's, once again, that's what I say, charging it up. But really, it's just doing the 2 prerequisites of having your Blackout Kick stacked and Jadefire Stomp freshly applied. We are going to Chi-Ji here, because this pack can just randomly kill you. Also just gonna stun, just cuz.
Afflicted.
Hopefully we didn't lose the Shadow Priest. That would be so unfortunate. I basically just wanted to do this dungeon, because I think someone was asking about the 3rd boss. Uh-oh. That's bad. One of those elemental casts got off, and if you don't know, it turns their normal single target damage into AoE damage, so you just start getting nuked left and right.
Afflicted.
Shadow Priest is offline. Okay, he's saying he accidentally kicked his Ethernet cord out. Apparently this evoker's friends with him. He's saying he's logging back on. He accidentally kicked out his Ethernet cord.
Afflicted.
That's pretty funny.
Afflicted.
Can't say I've ever done that. Go ahead and pop my trinket so I can stay in melee. Look at these arcane barrages. Bang, bang. 500,000 per hit. Is insane. I'm gonna boop that. Watch this hit. 540,000. That's how crazy the Tome proc is. But once again, you are kind of, you do need it to proc often, and that's why we take talents like Eye of the Tiger so that we can maximize the number of procs we get. But look at that damage. I was second on the damage because, well, one, because one of our DPS is AFK, but I outdamaged the tank there by a lot because we got 2 giant hits of it. 2 giant hits. I mean, a key. Chi-Chi is such a great ability. If the Chi-Chi spell was a person, I'd marry them. You and me both. Trying to find these stealth mobs. We're definitely going to have to revival this pool. I'm going to try to delay it as much as possible. I think I'm going to dampen here so I can take these big smacks from these frogs. Go ahead and execute that one. Yeah, we're going to revival before we die. Okay, we're chilling. Gonna cocoon the tank. I guess we can spinning crane kick.
Afflicted. Afflicted.
Alright. Now is when the dungeon gets more difficult. What do you say about Tome? Switch it for a pure healing trinket? What's your take? I think if you need more healing, that's a good thing. Or if you just want more healing. So like here, I know I can get the healing done for this dungeon required without swapping to a pure healing trinket. Plus, I got lucky and I have a mythic track trinket, a mythic track tome, so I don't really need
Afflicted.
like I don't really have a better healing option than just the pure intellect that the mythic track trinket gives me. Like in a situation like if you had a hero track tome and like a heroic track like Neltharion's Call to Dominance, like if you're just more comfortable with it, if you don't care about your damage, then sure, like it's not bad. It's never bad to play it safer, you know. But also you'll see people at the top, if you're someone who like you need to do more dungeon and you need to do more damage in order to time a dungeon, then Tome would kind of be a requirement. But that's the thing, it's the best. I always get a bunch of questions in about Mythic Plus that really all have the same answer. Like earlier someone asked how much healing should I be doing? You're asking, is it okay to swap out like Tome for a strictly healing option? And they all have like basically the same answer. Like, your goal as a healer is to get the amount of healing done to keep everyone alive, and beyond that, push your damage as much as possible. So if you can get the healing done without a healing trinket, then that's why we prefer to take Tome as your secondary trinket. We're gonna just Tiger's Lust him out of this. He's out of range for Tiger's Lust. That was awkward. I don't know why Tiger's Lust has a shorter range, 20-yard range than your Dispel, but that makes actually no sense. But like me, I know a plus 12 hauls, even the third boss, especially on a fortified week, I know personally that I can get the healing done. Without needing a healing trinket, so that's why you see me take Tome, but I wouldn't think you're wrong at all for not doing that. You were awesome at explaining stuff. I appreciate that. My dream, all as a kid, like my lifelong dream was to be a teacher. Specifically a Calculus 2 teacher. I don't know what it is, but here we know the first big slam is about to happen. Overpowering Croaks, we're going to Chi-Ji it.
Afflicted.
But my dream was to be a teacher, and in the state that I live in, it is like you do have to go through like some weird processes to become a teacher. So I haven't been able to do that, and also I've been applying. Well, before I started YouTube, I was just like non-stop applying for jobs to be a teacher, and it just never worked out. I don't know what it is, but the area I live in, it's just so hard to find a job. So now I didn't get a job just long enough, and I've done YouTube just long enough to literally ruin my resume to where I'll probably never work a normal job again, and that's sucky, but hopefully that's not the case. Either hopefully YouTube works out, or hopefully my resume is not shot, because I've spent so much time on YouTube, you know. But all that to say, I love teaching. It's just my passion.
Afflicted.
And even like in high school when I had to work like just jobs and stuff, the job that I chose to do was to be a lifeguard so that I could teach swim lessons. Like that was fun for me. But now here I am making MISTWEAVER stuff. We're gonna Chi-Ji this one too. Overpowering Croak. You see, you asked me how to use Chi-Ji. You basically just think, what's the most amount of damage that we're gonna take coming up? That's what you use Chi-Ji on. Here it's the overpowering Croak.
Afflicted.
But I really do appreciate that. I always try to be the best teacher I can be. And like right now I'm in a spot where I'm like self-employed and it's just me. Like the only way that I can grow is if I put more time into practicing teaching. And there's no way to practice teaching when you're a small YouTuber, but I just try to like rewatch my videos and think, could I have explained that better? Honestly, I think like, did I sound like an ass when I explained this? We're gonna just revival this first one. But, you know, just different things like that. I try to just think... I try to put myself in y'all's shoes when I explain things and think, like, how would I want this explained to me? And I think that... I think I've come to a point where I enjoy how I teach, and I hope that it's good.
Afflicted.
We have Chi-Ji here. We're going to Chi-Ji now. Because this deep chill, it won't apply the debuff to me, and then we're going to Tiger's Lust one person. Oh, okay, never mind, we killed that. That's awkward. We killed that dragon. Yeah, it's just such a passion. Teaching. Okay, this one we're going to take the big slam. Actually, no, we're gonna pop our trinket, and when the big slam hits, we're going to diffuse magic. Then we can Tiger's Lust one, and then we have to save our Dispel for the Afflicted. We know our tank's under heat, so I was watching his health. Ready to emergency life cocoon him. It's a funny rumbling earth. It's like on the wall. Okay, that breath is going to hurt our tank. Your tank can range the breath, so a lot of times, like in high keys, you'll see tanks just like run. Like they'll go up here while that breath happens. You have to be really careful, but ours isn't. We're going to Shayloons.
Afflicted.
Ours is not, so whenever we see the breath, we know our tank is under some heat. Some big heat. Okay. Me and the Evoker had the same idea. Kind of just want to get everyone topped up.
Afflicted.
And also these ice shards really smack your tank. So whenever you see these ice shards cast go off, not only should you try to stop a couple of them so that you can like limit how many your tank's taking, but really want to watch the tank. We're going to Chi-Ji this first one, that way we have Chi-Ji up for the boss, and we're going to go ahead and pop it. So Chi-Ji lasts 12 seconds, and we know that this guy casts Deep Chill. There, and you see I saved those blackout kicks. so that I can unleash Blackout Kick right after that that Deep Chill
Afflicted.
hit.
Afflicted.
But Chi-Chi's really cool on these dragons, these proto-dragons, because like I said, you want to use it to heal the, like, you want to use it as your biggest heal button. But also, it comes with this, like, fun little side effect on these dragons of, Chi-Chi has this one little line of text that says you're immune to movement impairing effects. And it basically makes it to where that dot doesn't apply to you. You just don't get it. So now only 4 people have the dot, and you can dispel one, Tiger's Lust another, you know, do those things.
Afflicted. Afflicted.
Alright, also, I wish you didn't pull while I was still typing, but I like to say, like, can y'all stack up on this fight? Because this fight becomes so much easier when your group plays together. That way your Jade Fire Stomp hits them all. Because your Jade Fire Stomp healing adds up. I mean, it really, really adds up.
Afflicted.
But here, I always save Chi-Chi until after this first Glacial Surge. I used to pop Chi-Chi on pool on this boss, but then I realized that you really just don't need it on pool. And then also, I would pop it right after the first Hailstorm, then I realized that I would just lose efficiency on Chi-Chi because I have to move off of the boss for Glacial Surge. It's just so much better for you to pop it after the Glacial Surge happens. That way you get all of its value. We don't want to bait there, but I had to get my Phalanx Stomp off. I think the tank wants people to play on the wall here. Just so we don't bait the Cyclones to the center of the room.
Afflicted. Afflicted.
And every time, like every second of this fight, we're just trying to be as efficient as possible. So, when we're hiding behind those rocks, we're trying to, you know, cast Enveloping Mist. And since I took the talent that makes our Thunder Focus Tea affect 2 spells, we're just using it on 2 Enveloping Mists. So, like here, I'll hide. And I know this is a bad example because the boss is about to die, but I'll hide. I'll just cast 2 Enveloping Mists. And then we can come out from hiding, and we just have 2 Enveloping Mist healing and helping our healing there. But you see, like, super easy. Yeah, it's just a 12. It's just a 12, but y'all saw just how easy that was. Like, that was no stress. And we do have, like, a good off-healing comp. Like, we have, like, honestly, the best off-healing comp we could have. But still, that was super easy. I didn't even, like, pop a defensive. But we like your Mistweaver stuff. Uh-oh, what did I say? Did I say something that implied that I was gonna make a non-Mistweaver video? Uh-oh. I promise you guys, I'm staying Mistweaver.
Afflicted.
Regardless of what I said, I'm sticking to Mistweaver. I love it. I just have to, like... Oh, I was talking about leaving. No, trust me. Luckily for you guys... I spent months applying to jobs because I'll be honest, I like YouTube. People think I'm in it for the money. I am not in it for the money, you know. But I spent some months applying to jobs, and luckily, couldn't get into a single one. So, like, not even like an interview. And it's all stuff that I'm like overqualified for. Like, I have a degree and experience and stuff, but for some reason, just where I'm at, the market's kind of crazy. Yeah, y'all don't have to worry about anything. I'm basically full committed now. We're hoping that YouTube keeps growing, but we're gonna diffuse magic after that hit. Balloons. Coming up on the mini boss though.
Afflicted.
Oh. Bot healing mode. I'm doing so much. But I'll be honest, you know, I do get worried. Y'all know I like to peel back the curtain and let you guys, like, fill you guys in on what's happening, like, in my life and stuff. I know a lot of people don't like when YouTubers talk about
Afflicted.
these kind of things,
Afflicted.
but I don't know. I feel like I think it's more important for like a YouTuber to be like real with their community and stuff, and just like be honest about things. And I'll be honest, it has been stressful. I'm thinking like, what if like something were to happen and like I don't know. I don't know. Or even thinking like, you know, I'm at that age
Afflicted.
where people be having kids, you know. I'm thinking, well, crap. What if like we had a kid? I wouldn't be able to, like, if she goes on maternity leave, I wouldn't be able to financially carry, you know. So these things are always on my mind. That's why, like, sometimes I'll be like, ah, crap. You know. I don't know what I'm saying. Hopefully you guys know what I'm saying, and I'll drop that. Okay, we are getting clapped around. Infuser, sorry, people sleep on her, but she's like, on Fortified Week, she's like the hardest part of this dungeon. Because those inundates come like really quick one after another. A lot of times you just have to kind of concede, like, I'm not going to use a cooldown on this one. But also, I think Arcane didn't see that this Rager came in.
Afflicted. Afflicted.
Alright, let's see our trinket. Bang! Okay, it's just 240,000. Still a lot. Yeah, on Fortified Weeks, I like to lust the Saria. She is crazy. I think also, since we have a Frost Mage, I haven't heard anyone else talking about this. Like, no other content creators are talking about this, but now that Frost Mage is once again, like, kind of being played a lot more, I've really noticed that their ground animations make it really hard to see. Like, they recently... recently, I was gonna say, recently they, like, changed the way that, we're gonna pop Chi-Ji before that. They changed the particle effects of Invigorating Mist, so, like, all of your allies don't see all your Invigorating Mist, like, cleaving on everyone. As a Mistweaver, they really need to do that with Frozen Orb, because I can't, like, on particles like this one, they're the same color as Frozen Orb. Same with that Flash Flood, and I bet if you were to ask that Demon Hunter, hey, could you see the Flash Flood? He'd probably say no, because, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, maternity leave's not that good. It's very company dependent. Like what parental leave is. It's very company dependent. Like, you kind of need them to have a good package for you, but in general, it's not like too good. It's like a few months. Yeah, it's just a 12. I don't mean like just 12 is a tough dungeon. I just mean like I know that I could be healing higher is basically what I meant. And I know that kind of does sound like frou-frou and a little douchey, but I wasn't meaning it as like, oh, this is just a 12. It's just like, for me, I feel like I probably could, you know, struggle. And I could have had a harder time on that fight is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I just think like, you know, right now, basically, I'm making like a very small fraction of an actual job. Where's the fourth one? Oh, why didn't I see it? Yeah, I'm making a very, very tiny fraction of what people with real jobs make. So I'm basically getting carried by my wife, and like sometimes I'll think like, what if something were to just happen out of the blue and like, you know,
Afflicted.
I'm still just doing this. I don't think I'd be able to, I don't know. I don't know, I do worry a lot. But y'all need to know I'm not actively seeking to give up on my dream. I'm just, sometimes I'll be real with myself. But also that does kind of lead to like a a period of like inspiration. Like whenever I'm like really like, oh crap, I'm need to get a job, then I'll be like, wait, no, I'm trying to make my dream work. Like I need to put my all into it. Like maybe I'm not giving enough effort, and then I'll just like grind out videos that night. You know, like that's kind of like a vicious cycle. But there we go. We slammed the key. Did we get IO for it? We got 10 IO. I knew it wouldn't be a lot. But let's see what people got. Got a ring. Got a cloth wrist. GG. Okay, I totally forgot that I had Yu'lon's Whisper. I want to see... It's going to be so low. Where is it? Oh my god, it only did 1 million over the whole key. Oh, it's such a meme, guys. It's such a meme. There you have it. As you see, Yu'lon's Whisper, literally I forgot about it throughout the dungeon because it was that non-existent. It is a meme, not a dream. Unfortunately, I do think it does need some buffs. You know, it came from the world of being a legendary in Shadowlands. Now it's just a meme of a talent. So I would like to see it have some buffs, maybe at least see some sort of play in like a raiding environment or something, you know, situations like this where it just adds additional throughput. Since it adds such pitiful throughput, it's just very disappointing and lackluster and just outdated. It and like Refreshing Jade Wind is another great example. But guys, that's going to do it for this video. But if you want me to test any other talents or want me to take certain talent builds into specific dungeons, let me know those down in the comments below. Like, do you want me to give Refreshing Jade Wind a shot? Do you want to see me take Peer into Peace into this dungeon and see if it makes it easier? Just let me know all that below and I'll try to deliver that to you. But right now I am on a vacation, so this is pre-recorded. Obviously it was from a stream. So if you enjoyed it or enjoyed just seeing me try out different talents and want to see more, make sure and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss when those videos go live. Like the video to let me know that you like this and want to see more of it. And if you want to support the channel further, consider checking out that Patreon link down in the description below. These guys did, and I would not be able to operate this channel and maintain this channel if it weren't for them. So thank you so much if your name's on the screen. But guys, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care.